Hello and welcome to Maggie's Fun Time. This is Magzie, and we are back here on Hypixel Skyblock. This is a vanilla server. If you guys like this episode, make sure you smack that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get into this. We are on the forums here, and I wanted to come on here and read the patch notes. I know it's been a couple of days. I have had some trouble with being in the hospital, and then when I came home, we lost our internet, and then yesterday my power went out because somebody hit a light pole. So luckily it was the weekend. I usually don't record on the weekends. I am recording this though. So we're going to go over the patch notes of the released 20.1 patch. This says hello. I'm not going to read all of this stuff. Basically, the features that are been updated today is Hoppity's Hunt and the Chocolate Factory, and a follow-up patch for glaciate tunnels, and some long-awaited dark auction changes. So we're going to go over all this stuff. The first one is Hoppity's Egg Hunt. Now, I do have a video that's going up today. That's going to go, oh, you're going to get 3 videos, I guess, out today, because I want all these out today. It does go against my two videos a day, but there was a quick tip video that I needed to do. So, anyway, April 1st, 2022, they added a cookie clicker into the in-game booster cookie menu. Late last year, we improved it, and this year we decided to integrate it officially into the game's progression. Hoppity is a new NPC that will appear each in-game year during the spring season. Located under the mountain in the Carrot Cave. So if we come into the game, I can actually, well, I'm in the hollows, and let's not do that. Anyway, right as you go into the cave where you go in to get the carrots and stuff, that first little house there, he's standing outside that, and there's some NPCs inside the house you can talk to also. But that's where Hoppity will set. Hop around some of the public islands to locate Hoppity's lost friends by collecting chocolate rabbit eggs. There are 3 different types of chocolate eggs, each of which will respawn in different locations each in-game day. The chocolate eggs are not limited to a single player. You can share the joy of egg hunting with everybody in the lobby. Sharing the location of any egg you find is encouraged. Opening the egg will reward you a random rabbit that gives you perks towards your chocolate factory. And also, if your barn is full, there's this little icon here. That's the fence icon. That's your barn. It lets you upgrade your barn. You start out with 20 slots available. If your barn is full and you haven't upgraded it, it'll grind the egg up and give you chocolate instead. So there's a little thing about that. There are many rabbits to find, and each unique one you unlock will increase the productivity of Hoppity's Chocolate Factory. The Chocolate Factory. The Chocolate Factory is an upgraded version of the Cookie Clicker minigame. I never played it. If you guys played it, let me know if it's fun or if it was fun or not. Which was previously available through the Booster Cookie menu. Your objective in the Chocolate Factory is to produce as much chocolate as possible with lots of clicking and purchasing of upgrades to help you increase your production each second. As your chocolate production increases, you will be able to unlock many more items, upgrades, and eventually prestige your chocolate factory. To access the chocolate factory, you can visit Hoppity in the hub or through the calendar and events menu. This is actually the easiest way. Just go into the calendar and events menu on your Skyblock menu. It's the little golden clock icon. Golden clock? I think it's the golden clock. Compass, whichever one. With the chocolate you earn, aside from purchasing factory upgrades, prestige, and more, you can use it to purchase items from the chocolate shop. Now, I haven't seen the chocolate shop yet. And I took my wife to work. I was playing it today. And by the time I got back, excuse me, by the time I got back, it was disabled. So I don't know. Something to do with the shop. With the chocolate you've earned, I already did that part. This is the permanent shop that contains items you can purchase based on your chocolate earned in your chocolate factory's prestige. So the higher prestige level you get, the more stuff you'll unlock in your shop and the more stuff you can get. You also, there's different perks here. See this bottom 4 things here. This one unlocks the prestige 2. This one unlocks the prestige 3. And this one unlocks the prestige 4. This part right here, I will show you in game, which is what I was going to do, but it's stable, so I can't. You start out with just one worker over here, and once you get him up to 20, it unlocks this one, and then so forth. So you do this, and there's a cap on how many workers that you can have. I'm guessing that's levels, worker levels, and I think it's 450 to start out with. So you want to do 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, and then you want to upgrade from here over, depending on your chocolate levels. That'll give you the maximum benefit, because when you upgrade this guy, it gives you 1 chocolate every upgrade. This one gives you 2, 3, 4, and 5. I believe that's how that works. If you know different, put it in the comments. Anyway, there's an example of one of the items there. Consume, gain 30 global fortune for 60 minutes. Aged like fine dark chocolate. Consume this, grants permanent 1 global fortune. You may consume 5 of these before they lose their magical energies. I'm guessing that's one you would want to get and go ahead and get your fortune up to like +5. I'm guessing this effect would go away, but you would still get this effect. I don't know how that works. While this, designer's notes, while this is mostly an idle game, clicking is not intended to be the main gameplay element. Thus, clicking will only offer a few upgrades and will cap at a very low tier. You might notice that the gameplay in Chocolate Factory runs out before you can achieve a prestige. What? You might notice that the gameplay in Chocolate Factory runs out before you can achieve a prestige. We understand that some players might prefer playing the idle game itself by itself, but this is not just an idle game. It's part of Hypixel economy, and its ultimate goal is linked to the chocolate shop. We hope that the chocolate eggs will be an exciting addition to the game, and you'll have fun with the Chocolate Factory. Depending on the success of Chocolate Factory, this minigame may receive multiple extra features and future updates. So they have plans for the future for the Chocolate Factory. Now, I have played it. Like it lasts for a long time. I think it was like, what, 36 hours? Like a whole day and a half, I think, is once it pops up. That's what I read anyway. You will be able to access Hoppity Hunt, or it might be in-game hours. I don't know. You will be able to access Hoppity's Hunt in the Chocolate Factory as soon as... Oh, it's already available in the game, so you don't have to worry about this part of the post there. But I missed the first one. I think this is the second one that we're on right now. The cookies you earned in the previous iterations of the defunct cookie clicker minigame will be converted to chocolate and will be waiting for you in the Chocolate Factory on its grand opening. Dark auction changes. Now, I don't use the dark auction. You guys will have to tell me whether these are good changes or bad changes. I never have enough money to get into the dark auction anyway, so. After hosting over 40,000 dark auctions, Cyrus has been hard at work to modernize and enhance the dark auction with many billions of coins he has accumulated from you all. As a result, the dark auction has been renovated and its server capacity has been increased to accommodate as many of you as possible. Cyrus has also sourced some new items that will be available in the dark auction's item pool starting today. This is one of them. I don't know how productive this one is. It's a Magic 8-Ball, and every season it changes the buff you get. So it'll grant you one of the following buffs every season. I think it's random. I've seen these go for 550 to 8 million. So you're probably going to be spending a lot on it. Once people start getting it, it'll probably go down in price. Now, that's to buy it off the dark auction. If they sell it on the AH, I don't know how much they're going on the AH right now. I would have to assume a couple of billion. That's just a guess. Cyrus noticed many players running around the hub that weren't sure how to spend their time, so he invented the Magic 8-Ball. At the beginning of every new Skyblock season, this item will pick from one of its possible buffs and give those indecisive players a nudge in the direction chosen for the Magic 8-Ball. So basically what you're supposed to do with this, it's kind of dumb. But whatever buff you get for that season, that's what you're supposed to work on, you know. And I can see people doing like challenge runs. So like getting the Magic 8-Ball and then doing challenge runs. So like each season you have to do like that particular event. So like if you got Farming Fortune and Farming Wisdom, you'll be doing farming that season. And the next season it pops up. Doesn't matter if you're done with farming, not done with farming, you have to switch. I could see somebody doing a playthrough like that. One of the other new items that you can get is Cyrus's personal phone number. If asked, he'll tell you that if the price is right, he'd happily sell his own soul. Unable to do that, he has instead decided to sell his own phone number to whoever is willing to pay him the most. Players who obtain this item may add Cyrus as an Abiphone contact and will receive a plus 1% to their money back. Receive a 1% of their money back for all future dark auction purchases, as long as Cyrus is in their contact directory. So I've seen people try to get this. I don't do dark auction. I've already said that. So other dark auction changes: modernize the dark auction build. 2 times as many players are now allocated to the dark auction event, allowing more players to enter. This is increased 3 times as many servers during Scorpius's mayorship. Adjusted the dark auction structure and added 1 additional round. It's as old as you guys can read that. Adjusted for the dark auction scorpion's structure and add 1 additional round. This is the stuff that it offers now. Right here. Adjusted the weights of some items in the dark auction loot table, a list of which are found below. So they doubled the Ender artifact and the Wither artifact. They added 12.12 to the dark purple dye, and the Magic 8-Ball and the Cyrus's number didn't have any weights, and they put that at 12. So there you go. Glaciate tunnels changes. Now, some people are happy about this. Some people are not happy about this. You guys can tell me. Also, if you've used the Golem pet yet, let me know. I'm planning on getting it, but I don't know if it's good or not. And the plus 100 fortune is only for glaciate mine shafts. It's not for any regular glaciate tunnels. So I don't know that extra 20% glaciate powder from most sources is worth it. And that pristine there is also something that's only for glaciate mine shafts. But anyway, the glaciate golem is a new pet that's unlocked in glaciate 9, requiring a large amount of glaciate and gemstones to craft. It's tailored towards mining in the glaciate mine shafts and increases the amount of glaciate powder gained from most sources. And most sources does not actually tell you anything. Why do they do that? Put the benefits on the thing. Stop it. I hate it when they do that. Why am I guessing? You know what I'm saying? Tell me where I'm getting most of my source. Where's it from? Like where are you getting glaciate powder from that's not counted for this? You know, I need to know that. So, because if I'm going to specialize in using this and running glaciate mine shafts, I want to make sure I'm getting the most benefit out of this. And you know, now one of the things you get here, you get mining speed and cold resistance. So they did a code rework, which I'm going to go over this now. So this is how it works now. Code rework. When the glaciate tunnels released, code was relatively simple stat. Every one code the player has, their mining speed will be reduced by 0.5%, meaning at 99 cold, the player has mining speed decreased by 49.5% of its normal value. The new rework to the code system aims to make the stat a bit more interactive, giving players the opportunity to entirely negate the mining speed penalty if they are prepared enough. So, if your cold resistance is greater than your code, your mining speed will not be affected by the code at all. So this 5 resistance here you get from the golem, the glaciate golem, means that you can go to -5 and not get a mining speed penalty. That kind of thing. If your cold is greater than your cold resistance, your mining speed will reduce by 0.5% for every 1 cold above your resistance value. This means if you have more than 100 cold resistance, your mining speed will never be affected by the mining speed penalty. I'm pretty sure you'll still die at 100% cold. 100 cold? I don't know. It doesn't say, so I guess we'll find out. If any of this is a bit difficult to understand, find the code enjoyer NPC near excuse me, near the Dwarven base camp for a more in-depth explanation. Mine shaft pity. Now, the worst thing was that you could mine in the mine shaft or in the glaciate tunnels for like hours and not get a mine shaft spawning in. To the point where people stopped mining any of the other ores and was just mining mithril and titanium to get the mine shaft to spawn faster. Mine shafts are currently quite varying in nature, and with some spawning in 2 minutes and others in 20. Mineshaft pity system is intended to prevent long dry streaks so that players can spend less time searching for mine shafts and more time in them. When mining in a block capable of spawning a mine shaft, an invisible counter is now stored on the player. The value of this counter is determines how likely a player is to get a mine shaft. The counter starts at 20,000, meaning that a player has a 1 in 2,000 chance of spawning a mine shaft. Each time a player mines a block, their chance of spawning a mine shaft increases depending on the quality of the block. Gemstones, glaciite, uber, tungsten have a quality of 4. Mithril has a quality of 2. Titanium has a quality of 8. The quality of the block mined is subtracted from your current counter. For example, the base counter is 1 in 20,000, a 2,000. Breaking mithril block will improve the counter to 1 in 1998. Breaking a titanium block after this will further improve it to 1990. This counter will continue to go down with each block break until you enter or spawn a mine shaft, which will cause it to reset back to the normal 1 in 2,000. Other glaciite tunnel changes. Changes to the mining helix emblem to show off the amount of commissions you've completed. Changes in umber, tungsten, and glaciite is now required 3 base fuel levels. People are complaining about this, and I don't think it's going to be that difficult. I don't understand why they increased it to 3. It doesn't make any sense. You're already getting a speed debuff for just being in the mines itself, so I don't think that's a good change, but not a big deal. What's going to happen is going to make people want to use the gemstone gauntlet instead. Also, I have a little pet peeve on this one. I've been using the the gemstone gauntlet until I get my drill upgraded again, so I can actually use it in there. And when I kill stuff with my gemstone gauntlet in the glaciite mine shafts, it acts like a drill and kills them like a drill would, but I still keep getting the notification that I'm using an effective weapon against them, and I should switch to a drill or a pick. Hopefully that can be fixed, because that's annoying. Let's see if you guys have had the same problem. Post it in the comments. Changed the portable camp. I didn't know there was a portable campfire. Changed the portable campfire to remove 50 gold instead of 15. Also reduced the time between being able to place them. So that's pretty good. Changed glaciite mutt, glaciite caver, glaciite mage, and glaciite bowman to drop 50 glaciite powder on kill. Changed the frozen corpses chat breakdown to now include the type of corpse. Changed mineshaft portals to now stick around for up to 30 seconds. Changed the suspicious scrap to drop at a maximum of 5 times per mineshaft, but heavily reduces the chance of scrap containing a fossil. There's a little note here. In response to I can't pronounce that, being fixed, the rate of suspicious scrap has been buffed. However, with each scrap you find in the mineshaft, the chances of finding another one in the same mineshaft will be lowered. Change the drops from frozen corpses to no longer condense in chat. Change Reaper Peppers to now grant 1 cold resistance in addition to their previously effect. Changed Abbey phones to now be usable in glaciite tunnels. I don't know why that was not the case. The Royal Pigeon works in there. I've used it in the glaciite tunnels, so I don't know why the Abbey phones didn't. I don't use my Abbey phone anyway, guys. I've got one and I don't use it. I need to upgrade it. You guys can get on me about that, and I'll upgrade it. We need to do more in the Crimson Hollows or Crimson Isles anyway. I've been slacking off on that one for farming. Adjusted the maximum party size that can warp into glaciate mine shafts to 4. Now, what was happening was people was making large groups of mine shafts, and they would go in and spawn one in, and they would like like warp in like 50 players, and that they don't want that to happen. So they limited it to the 4, so people wouldn't do that no more. Adjusted sun forge times. The glaciate no. Now takes 1 hour to forge. The refined umber and refined tungsten now takes 1 hour to forge. The umber plates and the tungsten plates now take 3 hours to forge. Perfect plates now take 6 hours to forge. Bejeweled handles now take 30 seconds to forge. I like that. I like that. It's not actually relevant to me right now. But adjusted frozen corpses to now give base amount of glaciate powder plus Heart of the Mountain XP when looted. Lapis gets 500 powder and 100 Heart of the Mountain XP. Tungsten and Uber give 5,000 glaciate powder and 1,000 XP. And the Vanguard gives you 25,000 glaciate powder and 5,000 Heart of the Mountain XP. That's pretty good. No wonder people are trying for these tunnels. That's how they're getting max Heart of the Mountains really fast. They're doing these tunnels, and they were spawning like 50 people in, and then like looting all the corpses for the Heart of the Mountain XP instead of getting it through the commissions. Shoot, thank you. Adjusted umber, tungsten, and glaciate collections items now unlock earlier in these collections, which I've looked at those, and that's actually a good change right there. Some of them were like 100,000 collection to unlock, and that's like kind of ridiculous. The penguin pet's max sea creature chance has been reduced to 10. The mole pet and the goblin pet to receive magic find as a base stat. I'll have to look those up. Adjusted the stats granted by the Shiny Prism Reforge, swapping the mining fortune and intelligence values. Adjusted the perk of the Mountain Lord to be slightly more readable. Adjusted the Shattered Locket item lore. Adjusted the Ascension Rope to now work in glaciate mine shafts. It will give you a bonus reward as if you use the exit portal. Adjusted the fossil excavator umber and tungsten corpses. I'm sorry. Umber and tungsten corpses and the Vanguard corpses loot tables. I'm assuming it's down here. The fossil excavator loot table now contains significant less glaciate powder, though the possible gemstone drops have been buffed. Excuse me. The umber and tungsten corpse loot tables has had the weight of each gemstone crystal increased by 150%. The Vanguard corpse loot table has been extensively rewritten to have better rewards. The new table is absorbed below. Okay, so this is specifically for the Vanguard corpses. And average chance 6.1 rules. So any flawless gem, a bejeweled handle, some glaciate powder, blue goblin eggs, any of the refined items. Good place to get some stuff, though, isn't it? Did not know that was a thing. I'm gonna have to look up, see how much that is. Ice cold enchantment. I wonder if that's for armor. It might be worth getting those and putting them on my mining armor I use over there. The plan right now, guys, and this is just for my video, this is separate from this video. I'm going to try to put Jaded on my Sorrow set and start using the Sorrow set for my mining set, and we'll probably retire the Yogg armor. Hopefully I can get a Bow Pet too, so we can use that when we're down there and we don't have to keep switching armors. If I can't get it on my next bingo, I'm probably just going to try to buy one. The chance of a crystal, that's not a bad chance. Almost 10%. A skeleton key, that would be nice. And shattered locket. Adjusted recipes for several items. Yes, the keys are. I like the new recipe for the keys. Dwarven metal talisman. I haven't seen any of these yet, so I don't know if it's a good change or not. You guys can tell me in the comments down below. But all these items here have been adjusted. Adjusted chance of spawning a mineshaft containing a gemstone crystal when possible from 10% to 25%. That's a buff. Nice. Adjusted the skeleton key to only work on Vanguard corpses as a result of some unfortunate events. Buddy cheating. Adjusted the location of fossil pets in the Skyblock leveling guide. Adjusted the campfire in the Dwarven base camp to reduce cold over time instead of instantly. It's not that different. I don't understand why they did this. This is kind of dumb to me. You have to stand there for like 3 or 4 seconds instead of like instantly going out and then coming back. I feel like they could have reduced the range of the thing to where you had to be like next to the fire for you to get the cold off of you. Instead of doing this, it's like almost instantaneous. Like I've come out with like 80 cold, and I stood there for like 3 seconds and it was gone. So like it's an unneeded expenditure of your time. You like 4 or 5 seconds. What are we doing here? What's the point of that? I don't like this. I think they should put it back. I think they should put it back the way it was and then reduce the area of effect so it's closer to the fire. So you have to actually go over to the fire to get your coat off. Adjust tungsten keychain to activate every 500 instead of from every 500 to every 100 blocks broken. Rename tungsten regulator. Adjusted Mineshaft Explorer commission to complete when entering a mineshaft as opposed to only when spawning one. Adjusted the Heart of the Mountain requirements for the following forge recipes to Heart of the Mountain 7. Travel Skull, which I immediately crafted this, guys. That's so good. Don't try to keep paying to go out. Just go ahead and make the Travel Skull. It's not expensive at all. It doesn't take that long to craft either. I think I put mine in and then just like when I'm not playing for you guys on the channel, I'm not grinding something specific. I'll do my like 2-hour grind session. I'll put stuff on the the forge, and then I'll loot it the next day. That's usually how I do. I'm gonna have to stop doing that though, because I need to get my refined titanium, and I need all of my mithril plates done. So I've got to get those started. Added the Relic of Power to the Skyblock leveling guide. Added rewards from Dr. Stone upon donating all the fossils to her. Added some glaciate tunnel items to the museum. Added +1 fossil dust to drop when mining quartz blocks and slabs inside glaciate mineshaft. Added aquamarine gemstone slot to the angler rod and the giant rod. Added NPC prices to all the fossils so you could sell them. So basically, what was happening was you donate it, and then you got one after that, and then you crafted the pet, and then like that's all you really need. You couldn't sell them anywhere, so you just have extra fossils just laying around in your inventory. So this is a way for you guys to get rid of them. Added auto pet rules for when you're starting to get cold and when start getting heat. Okay. Added the Dwarven Emissary to the Dwarven base camp. Basically, they had the commissions over there, their own personal commissions over there, but they didn't have any way for you to turn in the commissions over there, so everybody's having to use the royal pigeon. Added +1 glaciate tunnels commissions to that require players to kill mobs while in the mine shafts. Added information about how much scrap you've obtained in the mine shafts to the general information widget. Added the automation. There's a lot of stuff in here. Added an automation to the campfire. I've seen that. It's cute. I like it. It kind of looks like a fire now instead of just a bunch of crystals, gemstones. Added title text to the alerts the player when they spawn in glaciate mine shaft. Increase the amount of glaciate powder you get from mining glaciate to 5, 6, and 7. Increase the rewards players receive upon leaving glaciate mine shafts. In addition, a base amount of Heart of the Mountain XP, players receive additional glaciate powder depending upon cold endured, corpse looted, and suspicious scrap found. Removed starter commissions from the glaciate tunnels. Renamed several NPCs throughout the glaciate tunnels. Players who have reached the dwarven camp may now warp to the crystal hollows without needing to talk to what? Players who have reached the dwarven base camp may now warp to the crystal hollows without needing to talk to Gwendolyn to renew their free pass. Okay. I didn't know that was a thing. I'll have to do some experiment with that one. Glaciate tunnel fixes. Fixed an issue where the paleontologist enchantment was additive instead of multiplicative. Fixed an issue where players could join a mine shaft to mine shaft, then intended if some players in the party joined and then left after a few minutes. Fixed an issue where you could get soft locked with only mineshaft based commissions. That was annoying because I had that. And then it was before they fixed the spawn rates. So like the only way I got it to stop doing that was to just go in there and mine mithril for like 20 minutes. Eventually I got one to spawn in. Fixed an issue causing mining fortune to apply to suspicious scrap when using certain perks and abilities. Fixed an issue allowing tactical assertion to be used to reset players cold, then teleport back into glaciate tunnels. Fixed an issue causing Umber to not be mineable in some locations. Fixed an issue where players could get stuck in the great ice wall. Okay. Excuse me, guys. I'm having some nausea right now. Fixed an issue allowing the Phoenix pet to prevent players from freezing to death in the glaciate tunnels. Okay, I've never had the Phoenix pet, so I don't know what that would have been. Fixed an issue causing the Hex to display the wrong perk for gemstones on chisels. I need to get me a better chisel. All we got is the base one. I don't think I've unlocked the recipes for them though. I'll have to look. General changes. Rift transfer change. You can now no longer place an item with modifiers into the Rift exporter menu. This should prevent players from transferring items with valuable modifiers into the Rift and losing all the modifiers in the process. Note, we are aware of an issue with certain items being wiped in the Rift when the update initially rolled. This issue has now been resolved, and we are working to refunding items lost during this incident. Items lost have now been returned. Okay, the RNG meter shortcut. We've added a /RNG meter or RNG/RNG shortcut to access quickly RNG meters for Slayers and Catacombs. This command is only accessible while you have the booster cookie active. Running the command without additional arguments opens a menu that lets you select the RNG meter. Thank God, I like that. I have the worst time trying to find where that is so I can change it. You can specify parameters of the RNG meter command to quickly access the specific meter. The syntax side, you guys can know that. You can use Catacombs or the shorthand Catacombs for specific RNG. No, I'm not going to read that either. Yeah, this is just telling you about how to work it out like that stuff, so we don't need to be doing that. There are various aliases in short. Yep. Going back down to other changes and bug fixes. Okay, we're almost done. Other changes. Added epic and legendary Enderman pets to the Voidling Frantic drop pool. Okay. Fanatic drop pool. Added pelt belt to museum. Added stuffed chili peppers to large enchanted combat sack. I did not notice that. Beacons. Oh, I heard about this one, and I haven't made a beacon yet, so we might make one now that this is up. This has been changed. Beacons on your private island now have unlimited range of their effects. The beacon's range upgrade has been removed as a result of this change. So you no longer have to upgrade the range. You can just place the beacon down on your island, and it works. And then you can have the buff everywhere on your island. Not limited to a certain amount. You don't have to increase the range. Very good change. Love it. Buffed pet cake XP from 1,000 to 10,000. To check those, I got quite a few of those 1,000 cakes, and if they're 10,000 now, it might be worth using some of my pets. Changes have been made to the Enderman Slayer 9 perk. Creatures with increased spawn chances are now classified as elusive. What? Added Lord Jobus, Skatha, Golden Jerry, Rain Drake, Diamond Goblins to elusive mobs with increased spawn chance. Creeper Lobbers and Creeper Lobber Creepers now have a chance to drop gunpowder. Hollow and Fiver armor have been changed as follows. Hollow armor removes strength and critical defense from every piece / tier. Increase the health and defense of each piece by approximately 10%. I'm using air quotes, approximately 10%. What that means to me is up here. I don't remember what it was, but it gave an exact percentage number, which means they can't give you an exact percentage number down here, which is why they said approximately 10%. Added 5 mending to each piece. River armor added true defense to each piece. Helmets 10, chest pieces 16, leggings 14, boots are 8. That's actually pretty good. I think that's Kata armor though, so I can't use it. But if you run Katas, that's a pretty good change right there. Again, I don't use armor from dungeons because I can't wear it. If it's not a good change, you guys let me know. But having true defense on all the armor pieces, and it didn't take anything away from the Fiver armor, so increased derelict ash drops from tier 1 blaze slayers from 2 to 3 to 6 to 8. That's pretty good. I know people were having problems with the blaze slayers and the ashes. Increase the smoldering enchantments enchantment level requirements from 3 to 23. I moved sell sacks and sell inventory icons in the bazaar menu to one slot forward. Reduced the archaeologist compass cooldown from 90 seconds to a flat 5 seconds. Very good. Why was it 90 seconds anyway? Why? Rename mastery level of the archer arrow skill to archer mastery to be consistent with others. Rename the carrot candies section of the pet candies in the bazaar. Added pet cakes to the section. Moved chime to the section. The Fanged Reforge has been buffed as follows. Added 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10 vitality to the Reforge at each rarity, common to mythic, respectively. Reforge now applies to all swords, previously just iron swords. We have to take a look at that. I've never used that buff, that Reforge. The XP cost for resetting the experimentation table has been reduced. Basically, they divided it by half for each time. When your flight from magical mushroom soup ends, you will no longer take fall damage from the initial fall impact. That's good. I use magical soup all the time because I don't feel like using booster cookies. So basically you can use that or you can get a Phoenix pet. Combat fixes. Fixed an issue with beastry kills that caused players to gain much more kill credit than intended. Fixed being able to skip certain phases of Slayer bosses by dealing too much damage. Sucks. I don't know why they changed that, but I like one-shot. That means you can't one-shot a boss anymore. If it has multiple phases, you have to go through the multiple phases. You can't one-shot them. Hold on here. It says players can still get between phases. What? Players can still get between phases in one damage hit, but they cannot skip past them anymore. Player's damage is capped at an amount of damage it would take to activate the next phase. See what I'm saying? So if your Slayer boss has 3 phases and you can one-shot that boss you won't be able to one-shot the boss. You'll just activate the next phase, and then you'll have to hit him 3 times instead of 1 time. I don't like that. That that kind of feels like used to be a phrase that they used in Dungeons and Dragons. Railroading. That's DM railroading right there. If you know what I'm talking about, put it in the comments down below so other people know. I'm not going to put it down there, but if you know what I'm talking about, put it down in the comments. Farming fixes. Fix the bugs where vacuuming up pest puts the player in combat status. That was kind of annoying. I'm glad they fixed that. I've got an itchy throat for some reason. Fixed an issue that didn't allow Jacob contest to be disabled from showing the event tab list widget. Fixed an issue where incorrect players are sent to offline pest messages when visiting a garden. Yeah, that's weird. Fixed atmospheric filters copper modifier not applying to certain visitors. I don't know what that is. What is that? We'll have to take a look at that. Atmospheric filter. Jacob contest, farming contest, sending a message saying that you surpassed your personal best when you tied it. Fixed soul rebound, being able to target garden pest. Fix the formatting of another thing I wanted to do is go into my garden with my Aurora armor on and see if it will highlight the pest on your fields. Haven't tested that one yet. You guys let me know in the comments down below. Fixed fixed the formatting of the garden desk button on the Skyblock menu. Fixed the garden sites not working on vines. That was annoying. Fixed visitors that are rare or legendary rarity not showing up in the garden from offline spawning. I didn't even know that was a thing. So all that time I've been using the offline spawning to spawn visitors in, and I haven't been getting the rare or legendary ones. Mining fixes. Fix an issue with too many forge slots being unlocked by default, rendering the Heart of the Mountain forge slot upgrade obsolete. Fix puzzlers solve message not accounting for Heart of the Mountain buff perk. Thank you. Pet fixes. Fixed a bug regarding the Endermite Pet Sacrificer perk that would calculate incorrect chances when rolling for bonus loot. Okay. Fixed Grandma Wolf and other pets being categorized under the wrong rarity in Rusty. Fixed the description of the Skatha Gemstone Powder pet perk incorrectly, implying that it buffed powder gains from certain non-mining sources. Fix the Armadillo's mobile tank perk not drastically dynamically updating your stats when the amount of defense you have changes. Fixed Wisp pet. I need to get one of those. Not awarding a extra pet score for being leveled to 100. I think Wisp is the pet for. Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't Wisp the pet for potions? There's a pet that gives you bonus alchemy XP, and I think the next derpy that comes up, I want to get this pet, so we want to look at the prices of that. I've already maxed my sheep pet out. Fix an issue where players could break a tree with a tree capitator and level up the promising tool when quickly switching to it. But like, okay, so they're what I'm assuming here is they're doing it with the shovel, because the other tools still max at 5. They haven't gone up to the 10 tier yet. So the only reason you'd want to do this is for the promising shovel. But I'm guessing the trick worked with all promising tools. So Fix Bizarre history showing claimed buy orders as claimed sell offers. Fixed bit value of a scoreboard showing a useless decimal place. Is there anything on this list we actually need to go over? Hold on a minute. Let me look over this to hurry this up. They fixed being able to permanently turn off redstone lamps in the hub by shooting them. Fixed being able to unlock the Big Game Fisher achievement by killing level 1 squids. Fixed enchanting ancient claws. Enchanted ancient claws not being placeable in personal compactors. Fixed George's dialogue not mentioning the correct pet rarity when you give him a pet. Fixed George incorrectly printing an error message multiple times under certain circumstances. Fixed jalapeno books not showing as modifications for deployables and the hex. Legacy goblin mobs showing up as goblin bestiary. Minion hoppers showing unnecessary decimals for item descriptions. NPC buy limits not being applied to stranded players. Okay. Not being able to buy the white belt item from Rusty. Thank God. I haven't been able to get it, period. There was some kind of glitch there that locked out all the like the belts, and it would only give you one or something like that. So if you weren't able to get the white belt, you can now get it from Rusty. Fix not being able to use coins from purse or co-op bank using the remote perk shop in Kudra. I could see how that would be a problem. Fix the pigs having a chicken icon in the stranded bestiary. Fix the row neck cast ability or in other channel skills not canceling when taking fall damage. Okay. Fixed reforging items in the hex, sending you confirmation message regarding the wrong item name. Fixed the ability to buy multiple Enigma souls from the Rift NPCs and not receiving another soul. Fix the Crystal Hollows portal items description not having the correct zone color of the Crystal Hollows. Fix the levitation effect from consuming the Abiphone Contact Tarot taking effect in places where abilities are disabled, allowing players to cheese certain mechanics. That seemed like it might be funny also. Remove some more enchantment book recipes of enchantments that can be obtained through the enchanting table. Fix various description errors. So all those, I'll let you guys read those. And that's it, guys. That's the patch notes. I'm going to continue to do these. If I don't get them up the day of the patch, when the patch notes gets released, I will get them up for you guys so you guys can take a look at them with me. If you guys like this episode, make sure you smack that like button. It really helps out the channel with YouTube views, YouTube searches, YouTube algorithm movement for the channel. If you subscribe to my channel and you want to get notifications when I have new videos out, all you got to do is go to my page, hit the notification bell, set your settings inside the notification bell. I did it right. I did it right the first video I did today. If you want notifications, notification settings are in the subscribe button. Change your settings. Check out the videos. If you do like this video, you want to help support the channel, there's a share tab down below. There's links there to social media sites. There's a link there for you to copy and post on YouTube community page. Got any tips, tricks, or comments, put it in the comments down below. See you guys later.